Well, today is a very special video. This is a kit I received from Boomstick Mods, and I'm very appreciative for that. If you have not subscribed to Boomstick Mods already, go ahead and head over there and check out his content. He does a lot of 3D printed blasters. Obviously, the Spring Thunder is one of his favorites, and his philosophy is there needs to be more of these in existence. So that's why he sent me one, and I'm very happy he did because this is truly an amazing blaster once you go through the painstaking process of putting it together. In this video, we are going to do a build log, not necessarily a build guide. If you would like a good build guide, head on over to Frontline Foam, link in the description, where they show a step-by-step breakdown of how to build this blaster. This video, I'm just pretty much showing what I went through to build it, and just gonna give some final impressions of it and talk about why I think the Spring Thunder by GDOP is just a truly awesome platform. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Yeah, I'm just blown away with this thing. It just turned out so well. Let me quickly talk about what's going on here because this is not just your standard Spring Thunder. We have the parts from ehdrien. So he adds a front piece. He has a very nice pump. I'm really not a big fan of the Spring Thunder pump. I think this is way more in line with what I would expect for something that looks like this. He also redesigned he added a buttstock and then did some work here to add a sling point. So I've added all that. And then I haven't finished printing my Picatinny. I still want to run this thing all the way down. But that's pretty much all the different stuff I've added. And keep in mind, this is a Model 5. There's, I think they're up to 6 or 7, I'm not sure, but I got a hardware kit for the Model 5, so that's what this is. So like I was saying earlier, if you would like to see a more in-depth build on this, check out Frontline Foam's video. I will post a link in the description. But for now, I'm gonna just go ahead and show a quick kind of a snapshot as to how I put this thing together. So let's dive right into that footage. So as you can see, this build there's a lot going on here. And this thing took me personally, and I'm no genius, but it took me several hours. I actually got halfway through the build and realized I had different parts, so I had to go to the 3D printer, reprint some stuff. I also smashed my plunger tube head with a hammer and shattered it, so I had to reprint that. And I had some other issues. My shell ejector, or the thing that pulls the shell out, it snapped, so I had to replace that as well. So a lot of trial and error back and forth, but in the end I got it. So all I want to say is, if you're going to build one of these, it's quite a build. And one thing I want to know is, when working with this system, this slide action in here is very dangerous. So just want to let people know, you know, if you're feeding your hand in there and you prime this thing or fire it or whatever, that's a very dangerous spot. So be cautious of that. It's just a disclaimer. And other than that, this thing is just phenomenal. So real quick, I'm going to start with the things I love about this blaster. Number one, versatility. Like, this thing can do a lot of stuff, and that's because it's a shotgun. And shotguns are supposed to bring a lot to the table. So you can do, you know, cut down mega, you can shoot boom co, you can shoot rival, you can shoot half darts, full length darts, and pretty much anything you can fit into that shell. So in that regards, this thing is an answer for many situations, which is great, and which is the spirit of a shotgun, which I love. Secondly is power. This thing has a lot of power in it. I believe that's a K26 in there. And the plunger tube in here has high air volume and can just deliver impressive hits, especially when you do single down short dart shots or whatnot. So very good in that regard. Third, ergonomically speaking, this thing is wonderful. The pistol grip is great. Now that I've changed out the forward pump action, it feels awesome. And just the back stock and the overall weight of it, it feels like you really mean business when you're using this thing. So love that. So let me talk about some of the things I'm not too crazy about. One thing that I personally can deal with, just because I build Nerf blasters and I'm used to this kind of stuff, but I could see someone who does not have much experience with this. This thing would be quite the project for someone to take on. So that is something to consider when looking at doing a Spring Thunder. Just the sheer amount of print time, hardware required, and just even the tinkering and just the amount of effort you have to do to put into building this thing, it's a lot of work. So keep that in mind. Some might think of that as a good thing. I actually enjoy the challenge, so it's not really a big negative for me, but it's worth mentioning. One thing I really don't like, though, is some of these parts in here, I really believe should be some type of metal or different kind of solution, especially the extractor. I've already snapped one, but a lot of it is how you use this blaster. You can actually break it if it's not used properly, so you have to be mindful. And I acknowledge that, that's with a lot of stuff. You need to be familiar with what you're using. But some of this stuff I really wish was metal. Of course, I already touched base on the pump that it comes with. That one is not too great, but there's a quick fix for that. That's a free file that you can download. So not really a big deal. My last thing I want to talk about, which some people are going to agree, some people are probably going to get frustrated with me, but I believe this blaster right here is too real steel. And if you notice how I painted it up, this thing, I'm really trying to make sure that it is quite clear that this is not a shotgun, a real life shotgun. If this thing is painted up, told a lot of black on it, I think this thing is dangerous, because it is very, very close to a real steel. In fact, as you're operating it, someone who does not know anything about Nerf or custom blasters or anything can see this shotgun looking blaster being operated. And it's very intimidating. The point I'm trying to make is, if this thing was completely tactical black out and you're running around in a public park with it, I think you're gonna raise some suspicions and even get people to call the police. So keep that in mind. Be safe with these things. They are truly a phenomenal blaster, but that is something to consider. Obviously, with a paint scheme like this, I hope I don't alert people thinking that this is like a shotgun, but you never know. I've seen stranger things. So in the end, can I recommend the Spring Thunder? I would say definitely. If you have the funds, the patience, and the know-how to build this thing, I would definitely recommend it. Truly one of my better blasters that I have now. I almost would put it up there as #1. Like, it's truly one of my best builds. I think the only thing I could really put above this would be if I had an FDL. But yeah, this thing is really amazing. Well, I'm DrFlux. I want to thank you for watching this build log of the Spring Thunder. Let me know in the comment section if this is a blaster you're looking to pick up. I am truly a fan of this now, and once again, I'm very thankful to Boomstick Mods for sending me a hardware kit. I'm also curious to know, do you guys want to see me do any other build logs? I do have a Caliburn I need to put together, so let me know in the comment section. Once again, I want to thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, happy foam flinging.